Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer. All is true. And that's what I'm reviewing today. Was everything in this movie true? That's an interesting point. This is a film about William Shakespeare retiring after his Globe Theatre burns down and going back home to the countryside and trying to reconnect with his family. And damn, the story has some twists in it. I wasn't expecting this. I was expecting a pretty straightforward, just kind of period piece drama, and there's some shit in this. And I think that made this a lot more interesting than I thought it would potentially be from a story perspective, and it legitimately did keep me on the edge of my seat thinking, like, where the hell's this movie going to go next? It does make me question whether these things that it poses are true, because there's some big things that they insinuate in this film, and it's really interesting. But going back to the bigger picture of this film's directed and starring Kenneth Branagh, who knows Shakespeare. He has done so many Shakespeare adaptations. His Hamlet, honestly, I think is the perfect version of Hamlet on screen. Sorry, Sir Laurence Olivier. But honestly, that film is 4 hours and does not feel like 4 hours, and it is perfectly created. And honestly, Kenneth Branagh brings that pizzazz to this film because this is a gorgeous film. Within like the first shot of this movie, I'm in awe of how beautiful it is. Just a framing of his silhouette on a wall of fire, just bam, really get you into the film. One particular scene of him standing blocking the sun and just looking at the lighting and everything of how this scene was put together and all the landscapes and just everything is so gorgeous about this film. There's so much care that went into the cinematography and the direction of Kenneth Branagh in this film. This film had energy despite the fact that this is a talky movie. It is all talking. And there's points where honestly, there's points where this film could have really just been all talking, all telling, but there were some points where they were able to show instead of tell that I think were effective. But it is very much a talking movie. And the dialogue is pretty sharp. There are some sick burns in this movie. Sick burns. And Ben Elton, who wrote the screenplay for this, on point. And the actors in this film, across the board, were fantastic. Sir Ian McKellen was in this, and I called it from watching the trailer. He's totally going to be in this movie for one scene. Sorry, spoilers. Ian McKellen's only in one scene in this movie, but he owns it, and he is such a fantastic actor. Kenneth Branagh does an amazing job as William Shakespeare and really has a gravitas and screen presence in this film, and he really carries this film. Judi Dench, Dame Judi Dench, is amazing as always, because why wouldn't Judi Dench be great in a film? And a lot of the other supporting cast do a really good job. This film lacked that little last push to be making this a great film, but honestly, I think this is such a beautifully made, well-acted, well-directed period piece. I really liked it a lot, and I wish there was that last bit of like it factor that really pushed it over to being a great film to me. But honestly, I got a lot out of this film. I really enjoyed it, and I'd watch it again. I'm a big fan of Kenneth Branagh. Hey, he made the first Thor movie, and he's done so much Shakespeare. I think this was such a cool thing that he was able to take all of that experience he has with his work and actually get to star as William Shakespeare. There is humor, there is sadness, there is some true emotional impact in this film. I think this is a really great film. If you're really into period pieces, you're going to eat this shit up. And honestly, I think this film is enjoyable for more than just the fans of period pieces. But if you are not a fan of really talky films, this is literally just talking the whole time, might not be for you. But those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think. Let's talk some movies. And thank you as always for supporting your Wasteland reviewer.